how's it going, guys? As you can see, we're back in the car again, doing some kind of little vlogging thing. Basically, the idea here, I want to like try doing some kind of vlog type thing just to see how it would go. And I really don't think it's gonna be some kind of like daily vlog or anything like that. My life's not, you know, active enough for that to be the case. It kind of depends on what the content would be. But at this point, the idea that I've been mulling around, at least, is like maybe recording over a number of days and then at the end of the week compiling all that stuff into some kind of vlog type thing. I really have no idea if I do it and this works and I want to keep doing it. I don't know if it will even be like a weekly thing or what. It's an experiment. It's what I like to do. I like to push the boundaries, try to venture into areas that I'm not comfortable with and see how I can fare. If this works out and ends up being some kind of video on the channel, feel free to let me know what you think I did right, what I did wrong, and what you would like to see, what you'd like to see more of or less of, and all that kind of stuff, alright? I just want to go ahead and explain that as sort of the opener here, and go from there. That's what this is. I don't know what's coming after this bit, but rest assured it'll be something. This is what happens when you have cats, alright? Just wanted to give you a little heads up. If you ever have your own vehicle and you have a cat, then this is what will happen. See all that? You can kind of see the paw prints there. See this clump of hair? Because we have long-haired cats. Can't really make it out here, but they climb up on the windshield and the roof. All that kind of stuff. It's pretty terrible. It's pretty annoying. We even have, let me lock my door. We even have this car cover there, but we've been like neglecting to use it because it says not to put it on if the vehicle's wet. So like if it's raining, I don't know if it's okay to put it on. When you get home and the engine's hot, I don't want it to melt it, so I don't put it on then either. So we end up just not putting it on. And so we end up with all the goop and stuff on the hood. So yeah, I know you were dying to find that information out, life lessons from AnxiousCynic and whatnot, and yeah, this is the kind of thing you can expect to see on the Anxious vlog. We're gonna call it that, maybe. If we do this, the title may change over time. I don't know. That's another thing. If you have any suggestions, feedback, or whatever, then feel free to chime in with you know, title suggestions. I don't have the LCD screen flipped out right now either, by the way, so if it's framed up weird, that's why. So as you can see, we're still in the car, still at the same place. Something I didn't explain earlier is that, you know, the wife set another appointment. How is this looking? I feel like I look weird. So I'm just waiting on her. It's been a while. Not much interesting stuff is happening. There was like some people. Well, the phone went off. There was some people that parked a little like right over from me. And apparently it didn't seem like a happy day for them, which is, and anyway, they seem to be having, you know, a bit of an argument, acting kind of weird, being loud and to a certain extent, things like that. And I don't know, it just got me thinking. I really dislike when people bring their problems out into public, like when people are noticeably acting mad or cold to each other or to other people in proximity. It's like a pet peeve of mine. I mean, most people don't like it, I don't think, but I think, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people understand it because they just, like, a lot of people are just ruled by their emotions or something. I'm not a statistician. I don't know, like, how many people think that way. It just seems like people kind of are okay with that. I think it's bogus. I don't think it's the way to be. There's the phone again. I don't really agree with people acting that way even in private. Like, I think you should be mature about it and try to get your issues sorted out in like a mature, productive manner. If that makes sense. I feel like my lighting's kind of acting up. Let me try this. I don't know. It's just a pet peeve and I decided to rant about it a little bit. Basically, you know, if we're going to continue the life lessons theme here, control your emotions a little bit. Don't let things get carried away with you, and try to present yourself as well as you can. And yeah, that's it. Okay, so you might not be able to tell, but it's actually a different day. We're on day 2 of the quote-unquote vlogging attempt. We're out again, you know. It's not something we do very often. The wife's got some appointments and things, so that's kind of what's going on. And when that slows down, I don't know how this is gonna go. To recap the rest of yesterday, because I kind of just fell off from recording things. I don't know. The mood fell, trying to figure this all out if I can. And anyway, so we left the place where I was waiting for so long, right? Then we had to do a couple of stops. Like, we went by a couple of stores. We walked around the mall a little bit. Very depressing and uneventful. The mall we have here is not very good, so we eventually went to get food because we had not eaten all day. And we went to Panera Bread. Don't know how many of you are familiar with that little place, little gym. I got a couple of shots of the food just because I was considering vlogging it a little bit, but it's like, I don't know how people vlog in public spaces that much. Like, that's why this is all gonna take place in the car apparently, because I can't muster the strength to do it out in public more. And I don't know, maybe if I keep doing it, it'll eventually happen. As it is, I'm finding it very difficult motivation wise, as well as oh, here she is, as well as like comfortability. Anyway, so that's what's happening for now, because we're boring people. And I don't know if you can vlog when you have such a boring life, right? Yeah. Got any ideas?
I have to like do stuff for the sake of the vlog.
Yeah, but I was just talking about like how it's hard to get comfortable filming in public and stuff. Like, it's really difficult to be like, hey, I'm going to this place and I'm just gonna whip out the camera and start talking to it. Like, it's uncomfortable enough just like sitting here in the car and like feeling like you're talking to nobody. But like, if you're going somewhere, you want to document it and everybody else there is just like doing stuff, and you're like, hey, I'm gonna film myself because that's how awesome and important I am. Alright, so this is the third day of the vlogging attempt thing. I skipped a day, didn't record anything yesterday. But it just so happens to be somebody's birthday today. So we're over at one of the local hot spots for tourism and whatnot and decided to do a little shooting, show off some of the pretty areas that we live within driving distance to. Very uneventful. It's probably the worst vlog ever. I'm still extremely uncomfortable doing this, especially in public. Like, that's why we had to pick a spot where nobody was. But we kind of like this spot. It's got this cool tree. I'll show you a little bit. You can see that. Got all these limbs. They come sprawling around and up and out and cool stuff like that. See, I told you the battery was it was full, and then now it's like, hey, I'm dying. I'm dead. If this video goes up and you're watching this, how do you vlog? I'm just gonna do a quick side-by-side comparison here of the cell phone camera and microphone compared to the camera. So microphone and camera. See, this is what I normally use. It's what I've been using here. But this would be a little bit more convenient, and you know, I would be able to, you know, probably get more shots in some ways in terms of like carrying it into places with me and stuff. So yeah. I also don't have my sunglasses on this one, so you can really tell the difference between both cameras. It's also hard not to look at me, like, or hard, yeah, because I normally try to look at the lens, which I think is right there. And this makes it really easy to just look at yourself, and it's weird. Alright, I'm bored.